What started your passion, your drive for music? How did you even figure out the drums were your thing?
Well, my great-grandfather on my dad's side, I had heard was a musician from the old country, which I think was Wales.
Wales?
But I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know the family history that well. Anyway, if there's a musician in the family, he was the one. Because nobody else played any music. But I used to hear the band marching, kind of like an ROTC thing, where the cadets march to a drum section. And no horns, or just drums for the routines. So I used to sit on the sidewalk in front of my house and play all the beats they could play from hearing them from 2 blocks away with a pair of branches that I'd broken off a tree.
Is that right?
Got me in trouble. And I'd whittle them down to make them sticks.
Wow.
So I ran away from home all the time, and then my mother would get mad at me. So it was only 2 blocks away, but a little kid, like 7 years old or 5.
Yeah.
So I guess I was 5 or 6.
And you grew up where, Roy?
Emporia, Kansas.
Emporia, Kansas.
So anyway, about 8,000 people. People used to go downtown to watch haircuts and all those things. So anyway, I ran along beside the drums while they were playing. And when they stopped for a rest, the guy said, "Can you play the drums?" I said, "Sure." He handed me a stick and let me play. And he went to my mother and said, "It's going to be a crime if this kid doesn't get lessons. He can already play the stuff we're playing." What was he, 5 or 6 years old? Something like that.
Wow.
And so he convinced my mother to let me take drum lessons. So my father said, "Well, I'll tell you one thing, kid. If you ever create a situation where the teacher tells me you didn't practice, that's the end of the lessons. I'm not paying for this."
Oh, okay.
The lessons were only 50 cents. Weren't expensive. So then finally I was practicing like a demon, 3 or 4 hours a day.
Wow.
And my father said to my mother, "You've got to make him stop. I can't stand it." She said, "Well, Lester, you created this because you thought if you didn't practice, you were going to take the lessons away." So I created a monster. And I said, "You got to stop practicing on Sunday. No practicing on Sunday." So that became the rule of the house. No practicing on Sunday.
No Sundays. Yeah.
Which was a bad rule.
Right.
And then I used to go 4.5 hours each way on a train to take a drum lesson. From Emporia, Kansas to Kansas City, Missouri.
Amazing.
Only because there was no other choice. I mean, it's not like I was walking through the snow with the dogs after me,
Right.
It was just that I either took lessons in Kansas City, or there was no one valuable, no drummers that could help me.
Who were some of those first teachers that really made a difference?
The first teacher was at the local college. He was a violinist. And he gave me the lesson. He said, "Look, Roy, you got nice hands. You got a good start. But you got to remember this. You must learn to use your noodle." He meant you have to think about music. Think about what you're going to play. And I eventually developed that into put the music first. Keep your ego out. Just play the music. And so I studied with a guy by the name of Jack Miller, who was a very nice man, a good drummer. He used to drive me to the train station and buy me dinner.
Wow.
And he only charged me $2 for the lesson. He wasn't making any money.
Wow.
But I just had this passion for playing the drums, and I had a twofold reason. I don't know how I developed it. I wanted to get out of Kansas, and I knew the drums were the way to do it for me.
So that was part of the original dream, was that you loved the drums, and that was a way out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of attention for playing well, so I was encouraged to do it.
Sure.
So very positive.
Yeah.